Calaroga Shark Media.
From the city that never sleeps, where even the pizza deliveries come with a side of criminal charges, it's time for another episode of Ballot, the podcast that brings you the latest in political shenanigans, now with extra cheese.
Today, Trump's got a pretty funny new nickname. And he's delivering pizza. Let's hit it. First, some jokes from late night about a cold old man falling asleep. No, not Joe. Donald. Stephen Colbert said, so either he's falling asleep again or he's doing that little kid thing where he thinks if he can't see you, no one can see him. Jimmy Kimmel joked, Eric Trump attended his dad's porn star hush money trial today, which in the Trump family is as close as you get to playing catch in the yard. Colbert's take on the trial? So he paid out hundreds of thousands of dollars so his wife wouldn't find out he didn't have an affair. Melania, this is gonna be hard for you to hear, but you're not the only woman I'm not having sex with. Let's take 2 sentences to give a semi-serious look at the trial. Michael Cohen's despondent calls and the possibility of more fines for Trump were among the key takeaways from day 10 of the former president's criminal trial in New York City. Jurors heard recorded calls from Michael Cohen for the first time, including one where he lamented his relationship with Trump and claimed the former president said, I hate the fact that we did it, in reference to paying Daniels. But let's get to the funny part. A CNN panel of analysts and anchors broke out into laughter Thursday as Jake Tapper read a social media post from Michael Cohen, fusing vulgar language to blast Trump. Jake Tapper told the audience, okay, I apologize for this update ahead of time, but Todd Blanche, the Trump attorney, is specifically reading a post that Michael Cohen made on Twitter on April 22nd, in which he refers to Donald Trump as Von Schitzenpants. That is just a factual record that I am bringing before you. This is in the court transcript, Von Schitzenpants. The panel gathered in CNN's studio broke into giggles as Tapper continued. Blanche also said there are repeated attacks on Trump and his candidacy on Cohen's podcast and TikTok account, Tapper said. Fresh off a day in court for his unprecedented criminal trial, Von Schitzenpants decided to make a pit stop at a Midtown Manhattan fire department to honor first responders. And what better way to show your appreciation than by showing up with a stack of pizzas? That's right. The presumptive 2024 Republican presidential nominee arrived at the same fire department he visited back in 2021 to commemorate the 20th anniversary of 9/11. But this time, he came bearing gifts. And by gifts, I mean a bunch of greasy, cheesy pies. Because nothing says thank you for your service, like a few slices of pepperoni and mushroom. Am I right? Now you might be wondering why the FDNY would even want to host a guy like Trump, given his penchant for stirring up controversy and making headlines for all the wrong reasons. But according to the department, they appreciate anyone who supports first responders, no matter their political affiliation. So I guess that means if Kim Jong-un showed up with a few boxes of Domino's, they'd be cool with that too. Of course, Trump being Trump, he couldn't resist using his visit to the fire department as an opportunity to blast the criminal trial and case against him. He's been calling it election interference and accusing prosecutors of working with the Biden White House to keep him off the campaign trail. But let's be real. If anyone knows a thing or two about election interference, it's Donald Russia, if you're listening, Trump. Speaking of the campaign trail, Trump has been making the most of his time in New York City. When he's not busy delivering pizza to firefighters, he's been stopping by bodegas and rallying his supporters. And by rallying, I mean basking in the chants of Trump, 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 and 4 more years from the adoring crowds. But perhaps the most surreal moment of Trump's bodega visit came when he declared that he's going to make a big play for New York and stop crime by letting the police do their job. Because if there's one thing New Yorkers love, it's taking advice on crime fighting from a guy who's facing criminal charges himself. Look, nothing is going to be funnier than Von Schitzenpants, so let's call it a weekend. I'm taking the weekend off. Unless World War III breaks out or something. Portions of this program were created with the help of AI. And if World War III does break out, I guess the AI can host this thing for me. If you'd like these episodes without commercial interruption, open up this show on the Apple Podcasts app and become a subscriber. For just $4.99 a month, you can get this and other shows on the Calaroga Shark Network, including daily comedy news, without commercials. See you Monday.